Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? The name is MIKEE. You already know. Welcome back to my channel. To those who haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button for more basketball content. Make sure you subscribe para updated kayo, diba? To those who are already subscribed or who just subscribed, I appreciate y'all. You already know. Hopefully, y'all are having a good day because I'm having a good one. I'm having a good one. I'm having a good one. Okay, so I posted a story again this morning. This morning, asking about the topic tonight, and I got good ano naman. I got good kumbaga reception. You wanted me to talk about this, and I also asked you guys who were your favorite players that are not in the PBA, and I got a lot of answers, bro. I got a lot of answers. Maybe I got like maybe siguro close to 200 or 300 answers. I'm not kidding, man. And dun sa 300 na yon, may mga 70 na hindi ko pinapansin. Kasi Mike Reyes yung sagot nila. But hey, yo, I can see that you guys are this is a hot topic. This is a good discussion for us to have. And yeah, so I decided let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Okay, disclaimer number one. I am in no way, shape, or form talking on behalf of the PBA, on behalf of the coaches, on behalf of whoever is choosing kung sino bubuo ng lineup nila. I am in no way talking about or in behalf of them, on behalf of them. Okay, I am in. My thoughts are not related to theirs. I am not. I don't have a source. I don't have. I don't. I'm not talking to any coach asking them bakit ganito ba talaga kaya hindi nyo kinukuha yung mga players na to. Wala. Like I am in no way, shape, or form talking on their behalf. Okay, so wag niyo wag kayong maniwala sa sinasabi ko just because or sasabihin niyo baka ganun nga mag-isip yung mga coaches or owners doon or managers. No, this is just me, purely me, based on my experience, based on all the years that I've been in the game, and also based on my kumbaga. I also had dreams of making it to the PBA, but it didn't work out. I got drafted though, but it didn't work out. I didn't get to sign. So based on just my observations of how things are going, bakit may mga magagaling na wala sa PBA? 'Di ba? Bakit may mga pwede or magaling enough, bakit wala sila sa PBA? Bakit merong mga nasa PBA na mas magaling to but ito wala sa PBA siya nandun. So, it's just based of observations and just the experience that I've had through the years, whether it be watching the pros or covering the college guys or, like, yun lang. So, wag niyo sabihin, I'm not putting words in anyone's mouth. Okay, this is my channel, my words, my mouth. You see my mouth? It's moving. It just means na sa akin nanggagaling lahat to. Alright? So, that's the only disclaimer actually. Kasi ayoko lang na sabihin nyo na don't take my word for like kumbaga hindi naman to based on the Bible. Okay? This is just based on me. Alright? Alright. Okay, so for tonight's video, we're gonna talk about why your favorite player, whether it be he's in the MPBL or nasa Chooks siya ngayon sa 3-on-3, or maybe wala na siya, he's working somewhere else or he's taking on a different challenge or a different career path, bakit wala sila sa PBA? Bakit wala? Magaling sila nung college, guys. Magaling sila hanggang ngayon sa MPBL. Magaling sila hanggang ngayon sa 3x3. Bakit wala sila sa PBA? Tapos, bakit meron mga nasa PBA na feeling ko, mas magaling to eh. Mas magaling tong wala sa PBA. Bakit hindi siya yung nandun? No disrespect to anyone in the PBA, man. All the PBA players are great players, man. Wala. Like, they all deserve to be there. But, let's just be honest. Bakit nga ganun? Bakit? Pag-usapan natin yan. Di ba kasi, there are a lot of factors as to why some of your favorite players aren't there. There are a lot of factors. And I'm gonna try to tackle as much as I can. But again, kung may kulang akong sabihin or may naiisip kayong iba, comment down below, man. This is a discussion. This is not a kung ano yung sabihin ko yun lang ang tama. No. You can add on your own input of what you've observed or what you've seen through the years. And pag-usapan natin, di ba? The first thing that I need to bring up to you guys is, again, this is my opinion, this is my analysis. Okay, the first thing that I need to bring up with you guys is, for me, totoo yung may positions, point guards, wings, bigs. Obvious naman yun eh. But you all have to understand that there are 3 types of players in the PBA. Tatlo lang. Hindi position to types. For me there are the star players, the superstars, the role players, and the bench guys. You get what I'm saying? So tatlo yan. Superstars, Kiefer Avena, Paul Lee, Matthew Wright, R.R. Pugoy, Poy Eram, diba? Kabagnot, Romeo, those guys. Alam niyo na kung sino yung mga yon. Those are the superstars. Reynang Batak, di ba? Role players, Von Pesumal, RJ Hazul, di ba? Who else? Ryan Reyes. Role players. Specialty guys. And then the bench warmers. Hindi na ako magsasabi. Kung sino yung mga bench, alam nyo naman na yun. Okay, so superstars, role players, bench warmers. Okay? Now, you have to understand that you have to think about this. Yung favorite player mo, ano ang type niya? O where does he fit in those three types? Does he fit in yung laro ba niya pang superstar? Okay, pag-usapan natin muna. Ang superstar, guys, these are the rhythm players. When I say rhythm players, I mean they need to be on the floor for a certain amount of time to actually maximize kung ano yung kaya nila. Okay? Perfect example, Scotty Thompson. Scotty Thompson came into the league a role player. If you watched my Scotty Thompson video, which I will link up there, kung napanood niyan, sinabi ko to. The first few games na naglaro siya para sa Barangay Ginebra, he was coming off the bench and he was playing like minimal minutes. Siguro 8-10 minutes. And hindi nila nakita talaga ako anong kayang gawin ni Scotty, what Scotty can bring to the table. And then when he started and they gave him the minutes na 35-40 minutes, dun lumabas ko anong kayang gawin ni Scotty. So when I say a superstar, these are the rhythm players. These are the players that need to be on the floor. These are the players that technically don't have a specialty. Hindi sila, kumbaga, you can't name them, basta ito shooter ka, ito defensive player ka, ito ganyan ka, ito taga-stabilize ka. Hindi ganun. Ang superstar is people who can do a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? Paulie is a scorer, can create, di ba? If you need the bucket, he can look for one. You can't expect na ipapasok mo si Paulie for 10 minutes and na-maximize mo na yung kaya niya. Of course not. Diba? Kiefer Ravena. You honestly think you put in Kiefer Ravena for 5 minutes, boom! Lalabas na yung phenom? Hindi. You gotta keep them in the game. Yun yung superstar, ah. So, gets mo? So, superstars, Matthew Wright. Matthew Wright's not gonna score 35 points if he doesn't get his rhythm. Sa start, kinukuha niya yung rhythm niya eh. And he's on the floor most of the game. So, nakukuha niya. RR Pugoy. Diba? Alex Cabagnot. Nakukuha nila. You get what I'm saying? So, yun yung rhythm players. So, yun yung papasok sa superstar. Now, ask yourself, is your favorite player a rhythm player? I can give you a lot of rhythm players right now. Gab Banal is a rhythm player. Gab Banal was, like, when he was a role player, we didn't notice him. But suddenly, when he was put on the spotlight, he was put in the spotlight na ikaw ang star ng Bacoor Strikers. Ano nangyari? Like, Gab Banal suddenly became a different person. Because he got the time that he needed to show out and really ball out. Diba? Put Gab Banal in a situation na pinapasok siya 5 minutes lang, medyo di mo malalabas talaga. You understand what I'm saying? So, isipin mo muna, Mark Cruz. Mark Cruz is also a rhythm player. Like, Letran pa lang, rhythm player na siya. He has to be on the floor to get his rhythm, to get himself going. Diba? So, tanong mo muna sarili mo. Alan Mangahas, Pamboy Raimundo. Alan Mangahas is for a top point guard spot. Pamboy Raimundo, top point guard spot. Hindi, dun mo lang talaga malalabas yung galing nila. Am I making sense? I know I'm making sense, man. So, yun yung mga superstars, okay? Next, the role players. The role players are specialty guys. When I say specialty guy, you have a certain role in the team. Pag pinasok si Von Pesumal, alam mong ikaw yung shooter, Von. Pag pinasok si, let's say, Brian Heruela, just play a great defense. Pressure the basketball, pressure the point guard, disrupt the other team's offense. Pag pinasok si Abel Galigues, ganun din. Diba? Shoot siya, kung open siya, dedepensa siya. So in short, when you're a role player, it means you are giving your team quality minutes so the star players could rest. Ganun yun. Like, let's say, Ryan Reyes. Ngayon, this part of his career, I'm saying, not before. Ryan Reyes, pag pinasok mo, okay, Ryan, play great defense, bring in that IQ, that veteran smarts. Tapos, papagpahinga mo si RR Pugoy. And then, when okay na si RR Pugoy, babalik na si RR Pugoy. You get what I'm saying? Kenneth Ighalo, ganun din for NLEX. Sobrang galing ni Kenneth Ighalong role player. Sobra. Diba? Kumbaga, pasok ka, bigyan mo ng pahinga si Kevin Alas, bigyan mo ng pahinga si Jericho Cruz, si Kiefer Ravena, o tas balik ka na after. O, Kiefer, balik ka na. Pasok ka na ulit. So, quality minutes yung role player. And also, kailangan may specialty ka. Mahirap yung, kasi bibigyan ka na nga lang ng 10 minutes eh. 15 minutes max. So pag binigyan kita ng 10-15 minutes, kailangan specified na yung gagawin mo doon sa 10 to 15 minutes. Hindi katulad ng mga star players like Kiefer. You give Kiefer 35 minutes. Doon sa 35 minutes na yun, hindi naman siya scorer eh. Doon sa 35 minutes na yun, sometimes magiging facilitator siya, sometimes magiging scorer siya, sometimes magiging depensa siya, di ba? Or Paul Lee, or Terence Romeo, or Alex Cabagnot. Gets mo? Pero pag 15 minutes ka lang ipapasok, pag pinasok kita, ito yung ma-expect ko sa'yo. For 15 minutes, you are gonna be my best defender on the floor. For 15 minutes, you are gonna be my floor spacer. For 15 minutes, okay, let's say Chris Rosales. Chris Rosales from Rain or Shine. For 15 minutes, Chris, you become my stabilizer. You stabilize the offense. You set the play the way you can. And then if I can get extra buckets from you, then I'm gonna get extra buckets from you. Pero, si Reynan Batak o si Bo Belga, 35 minutes kayo lalaro eh. So Bo Belga can be a scorer and a rebounder, a defender, a dirty work guy. Di ba? Yun yung sinasabi ko. So, yun yung difference between a superstar or a star or a starter and a role player. Chris Newsom is also a starter. You can't expect Chris to come in 10 minutes and then you can see what he can really do. No. You gotta give him 35 minutes. Yan ang kaya ni Chris Newsom all around. Depensa, di ba, pasa, create plays, score. Yun yung sinasabi kong star. Okay. So, is your favorite player a specialty guy? Yun yung tanong mo. Okay? Anton Asistio is a specialty guy. Like, yun yung gagawin niya. Alvin Pasaol is a superstar. Nagigets nyo ba yung sinasabi ko? I don't know if you actually get... Gian Mamuyak is a role player. Gian Mamuyak can come into a game 15 minutes and play solid defense and give the starters a breather. You know what I'm saying? Nagigets nyo ba yung sinasabi ko? Okay. Now, next, the bench guys. The bench guys, okay, these are the guys who, as simple as this, maganda attitude nila. Like, maganda attitude nila, man. They're not gonna ask for anything more. They're not gonna be bad. They're not gonna spread bad vibes in the team because they're not happy. No. They're there. They're professionals. They go to practice. They go hard. They go to games even though nakaupo lang sila the whole time. It's fine. All they want is for the team to win. Team first. Those are the bench guys. This is what y'all need to understand with bench guys. Hindi man sila yung pinakamagagaling na, like, skills-wise, pero sila yung pinaka-mentally tough, man. Like, I've talked to a couple of bench guys. I was a bench guy for like a month when I was practicing for talk and text, and it takes a toll on you. Like, crazy. Like, yung mga utak ng mga bench guys, you have to respect, man. Like, they just stay pros. They just professionals. And they put the team first. Man, mahirap maging bench guy. Pupunta ka ng practice, like, hindi ka masyadong makakuha ng runs. Hindi ka masyadong pinapansin. You feel inferior to your peers. Kasi syempre, that's a basic feeling naman when you're a basketball player at hindi ka napapasok eh. You feel inferior to the people around you. When you go out in public, you feel like yung inferiority nandun, nafe-feel mo. And then, like, to stay the course and to be professional even amidst all that is crazy. That's why I have a lot of respect for bench guys. Bench guys are like, respect. I'm telling you, man, respect. That's why some of them, yung biglang na-discover, na magaling pala to, binigyan ng break. Let's say, may injury yung team nila, or may na-thrown out, may nag-foul out, then they had to put in a bench guy, tas biglang pumutok, tas biglang, okay, the next few games, naging role player na sila, umangat na, nagkaroon na sila ng minutes. Like those are the ones, yun ang magagandang storya. So, like, you have to give these guys respect, man. It's not easy being a bench guy, bro. Like, here, it's not. I talked to Jet Manuel, man. Jet Manuel was a superstar in college, and then he became a bench guy in the pros. Hindi kinaya. And that's normal. That's the one thing, that's another factor I'm gonna talk to you later about. Pero ngayon, tanong ko sa'yo, yung favorite player mo ba pang bench guy? Or yung favorite player mo ba hindi pang bench guy? Question. Exactly. So ngayon, okay. Ito yung i-explain ko sa inyo ngayon. Now that you know the three types. Okay. Sa lahat ng binigay nyo sa akin. Okay. Sa mga pangalan na nakuha ko sa Instagram. Okay. Gab Banal. I got a lot of Gab Banals and a lot of Pamboy Raimundos. And yun, yung dalawang yun. Let's talk about those two first. Tsaka Alan Mangahas. Let's talk about those three. Gab Banal is a rhythm player. Alan Mangahas, rhythm player. Pamboy Raimundo, rhythm player. Pamboy Raimundo was in the league to play defense and like for defensive purposes. Pero talagang nakita natin yung galing niya nung naging top point guard ulit siya ng MPBL, ng 'di ba, ng MPBL. So, Gab Banal is a superstar. So, you can't come at me and say mas magaling si Gab Banal dun sa isang bangko sa PBA. So, bakit hindi si Gab Banal yung nandun? Trust me. For PBA free agents like me, stop asking us why aren't we in the PBA when we're technically better than some guy who sits on the bench. We get that a lot. A lot. A lot of people have come at me and said, but wala ka sa PBA, si ganito nga nasa PBA. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Okay? So, Gab Banal is better than the 15th guy on the bench or the 15th guy on a team. But is Gab Banal's game for that role that you're talking about? No. You get what I'm saying? Alan Mangahas is better than the third point guard of a team. But is Alan Mangahas' game for a third point guard of a team? No. So, hindi. Like, it doesn't work that way. Jai Reyes, ngayon sa Nueva Ecija, pang top point guard siya. When he was with Ateneo, top point guard. Diba? His game is maximized or his game reaches its peak pag superstar yung trato sa kanya. At superstar yung minutes niya. Diba? So, you don't compare Gab Banal to the 15th guy on the bench. No. You compare Gab Banal to the superstar of the team. Kasi yun yung skills niya. Yun yung game niya pang ganun eh. You understand what I'm saying? So, Gab Banal, ang kalaban niya sa pwesto, hindi yung 15th, 12th, 13th, 14th guy. Ang kalaban niya sa pwesto is yung starting forward. Am I making any sense right now? Because I am, man. I am. So don't come at me and compare me to Diego Dario because Diego Dario, okay, like flourishes na kahit bigyan lang siya ng 5 minutes, UP pa lang, bibigyan siya ng 5 minutes nung atin to time, bibigyan siya ng 5 minutes and he will produce 8 points. That's what Diego Dario does. So now that he's in the PBA, he's used to that. At magaling siya sa ganun. So, for that specific role, mas magaling si Diego sa akin. Like, I'm being real with you guys kasi lagi ko naririnig yan. But, for a starter role, me and Diego, mas magaling ako. Sorry, Diego. Pero like, I just needed to say that. Pero, hindi naman yun yung ino-offer eh. So, what I'm saying is, Alan Mangahas, don't compare to a Diego Dario. Don't compare to Abel Galigues. Don't compare to a let's say, Mike Gamboa. Don't compare them to those. Because those 3-point guards are like role players. Diba? Alan Mangahas is not for a role player. Alan Mangahas is for 40 minutes, 35 minutes a game. He'll give you 14, 15 assists. That's Alan Mangahas. Gab Banal, you give him 35 minutes, he'll get you 18 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. Diba? Ganun yun. So ngayon, ask yourself, yung favorite player mo ba? Ano doon sa 3 types? Oh, let's say superstar. Halos lahat naman na binigay niyo sa akin pang superstar. So, superstar. Now, ask yourself, mas magaling ba siya dun sa superstars ngayon sa liga? Mas magaling ba siya ngayon sa PBA guys? Yes or no? If you say no bigla, then stop asking us or stop asking them why aren't they in the PBA when they're better than the bench guys? Am I making sense, man? So, yun lang. Like, dun sa una, ang haba nung una kong factor. Pero, ganun eh. Okay? Understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Compare your favorite player to the same type of player in the PBA. Now, me. Ito I'll be honest with you guys. I was a starting point guard, college, high school, and then sa MPBL, ganyan. So, don't compare my game, to a bench point guard. Kasi hindi ko kaya yung ginagawa nila. Hindi ko kaya. I'm not saying I'm better than them ba? Kanya-kanya yan eh, role eh. Hindi ko kaya yung ginagawa nila. Guys, you put me in a game for 5 minutes to stabilize, I can't do that, man. Kasi I'm an aggressive point guard eh. Diba? I'm not a passive point guard na kaya kong i-set up lahat. No. So, ba't ako wala sa PBA? Hindi dahil mas magaling sa akin yung bench point guard. Dahil mas magaling sa akin si Jason Castro. Mas magaling sa akin si Chris Ross. Mas magaling sa akin si Robert Bolick. So, yung game ko, hindi mata-translate if you put me on the bench. So, yes, if you're choosing a third point guard, you don't go with someone like Alan Mangahas. You don't go with someone like Pamboy Raimundo. You don't go with someone like me. You go with the guys who would be perfect for that spot. You get I don't know. I don't know if I'm just rambling around, pero like I hope you guys get what I'm saying with this first factor, yung types of players. Medyo nakakasawa lang kasi yung mas magaling ka kay ganito, bakit ikaw wala ka sa PBA? Next. Well, connected din naman to dun sa isa. Mentalities. Okay. Yung mentality na when you're a superstar for so long or when you think that way for so long, mahirap biglang bigyan ka ng bench role. Mahirap. It takes its toll on you. It's taxing, it's tiring, man. It's mentally frustrating. So, hindi mo magawa, 'di ba? Hindi mo magawa na come off the bench ako bigla. Buong college, daming ganito buong college life niya, buong college career niya starter siya. Like galing niya talaga. Tapos biglang pagdating ng PBA, ano siya? Bench role. Hirap nun, man. Mahirap yun. Pero si others can do it, man. Specialty guys can do it. I'm gonna talk about someone like R.R. Garcia. R.R. Garcia was a stud in college. When he got to the PBA, he was in a team or he went to teams na ang daming point guard around him. So hindi siya nabibigyan ng minutes na deserve niya or yung minutes na malalabas na talaga yung galing niya. Eh ngayon sa Phoenix, now he's suddenly getting 25-30 minutes. So ngayon lumalabas na ulit yung galing ni R.R. Garcia. So R.R. Garcia is not the type that you put on like give him 15 minutes, 10 minutes, tapos makikita mo yung galing ni R.R. No. Kasi yung mentality niya, rhythm player. Diba? Now, I'll give you something. This is legit a player's thinking. When you're a superstar or a star, ang isip mo is, how will we win this game? You come into every game thinking, how will we win? Kiefer Ravena, ganun lang yun. Pagdating niya ng game, sino mga katapat natin? Paano natin tatalunin tong kalaban natin? Paul Lee, ganun din. Alex Cabagdot, ganun din. Arwin Santos, ganun din. Matthew Wright, ganun din. How will we beat the other team? Now, when your mentality or your mindset coming into a game is that you're relaxed, bagay iniisip mo lang paano tayo mananalo. Ang pinakamahirap is when you shift from that to, how will I stay on the floor? Now, when you start to think, how will I stay on the floor right away, mahirap na. Mahirap na maglaro. Mahirap na maglaro. I know the players will understand what I'm saying because I've been there. I've been in a spot na iniisip ko lang paano tayo mananalo. I've been in a spot na iniisip ko, how will I stay on the floor? And me, my best comes out when I'm chill. I get to play and find a way to win. I didn't win a lot, but you know, you know what I'm saying. Versus how will I stay on the floor? Mahirap maglaro pag how will I stay on the floor. Mahirap. So, yun lang yung kumbaga, mentality lang yun na medyo some players struggle with. Kasi, di ba, how will I stay on the floor? I gotta do something spectacular to stay on the floor. Kasi, yung role players na alam nila yung gagawin nila sa loob, don't think of that. All they do is come in, do their job, get out, let the starters finish the game. Uwi na ako. It's fine. I'll go back tomorrow. That's a different kind of mentality, man. If you grow up with a superstar mentality, medyo mahirap mag-shift sa ganun. Diba? I'll give you a perfect example. Von Pesumal. His whole grade school, high school, college life, he was with guys like Kiefer Ravena. In college, he had Chris Newsom. So, Von Pesumal, since he was a kid, was a stud. But his mentality was always second guy, third guy even. Klay Thompson type. So when he got into the PBA and then he finally got a role player spot. Kasi nung unang dating yan, bench warmer. Bench guy si Von diba? And then he suddenly got a role player spot with San Miguel. Biglang nag-blossom si Von. Kasi alam niya when he comes in, he's not trying to do too much. He comes in, he just does his job. Titira ako, pag pinasahan niyo ako, atake ako. Pag hindi, okay lang, kayo na ulit, o lalabas na siya, relax lang siya, upo lang siya, hintayin na naman niya yung next na balik niya. So yun yung second ko, pare, like, mentality, man. Mentalities are tough to change, especially when you get from, like, matanda ka naman na pag pumasok ka ng PBA, diba? Slowly, na-form yung mentality mo growing up And then when you get to the PBA, diba? Kung ano yung nakasanayan mo, sometimes, yun na talaga yun. That's just another factor that I wanted to put out there. The other things naman, like minutes, yung palakasan, yung mga sinasabi yung mga politika. Ito straight up, merong politika sa PBA. Meron, man. Meron. I'm not even gonna... That's not a bad thing. Like, honestly, that's not a bad thing. Ito, question ko sa'yo, bench guys. So ito, napag-usapan ko na yung superstars, napag-usapan ko na yung role players like Von, and then now the bench guys. If you're an owner of a team, I'm not speaking on their behalf. Ako lang to. Let's say I was an owner of a team. I have my core guys, which are the stars, the starters. Okay, the bulk of the minutes go to the starters. Okay, starters. And then I have my role players. And then I have 2, 3 bench guys who won't play. They won't play. They won't play. So, question. Hindi naman sila maglalaro eh. Anong importante pag hindi naglalaro? Maganda yung attitude. Maganda yung attitude. Di ba? Like, hindi nagsispread ng bad vibes sa team natin. Kahit nakaupo lang sila sa bench, positive sila lagi. Sila yung nag-cheer. Sila yung nagmo-motivate. Okay, so question. If I had 3 spots for that, ba't ako kukuha, legit to ba't ako kukuha ng player na out to prove na mas magaling siya dun sa starter ko? Di ba magkakaroon lang ng tension? So kukuha na lang ako ng player na alam niya na kaya ka nandito kasi tito mo si ganyan. Kasi pinsan mo si ganyan. Kasi bata ka ng ganyan. So pag pumunta ka doon, ang mentality mo, relax ka lang. Basta nasa PBA ako. Bahala kayo. Basta ako nasa PBA. Hindi ako ginagamit. Basta nasa PBA ako. Like, I'm gonna give it to you straight, man. Don't take this as facts. I'm just giving you my thoughts. Ganun lang yun. Like, ba't ako kukuha ng guy who's out to prove na mas magaling? Ba't ako kukuha ng point guard na hindi ko naman gagamitin, pero out to prove na mas magaling siya doon sa starting point guard ko? Ba't ako kukuha ng Mikey Reyes? Like, why? Honestly, if you put me in a team, I will fight for that spot. No cap. I will. But why will you get me when you can get a dude whom chill na lang siya dun? Di siya nang gugulo, mabait siya, 'di ba? Good teammate, practice, go hard. Di na niya kailangan lumaban, like just chilling over there. Tapos may favor pa ako dun sa may-ari kasi yung may-ari bata siya ganyan. Like it's let's not deny that. And I'm not saying it's a wrong thing. It's actually a smart thing. You're fixing the chemistry of the team. You know your roles. So if you're a bench guy, huwag mo nang subukan i-outplay yung starters. Yeah, you go hard. Pero kasi pag bench guy ka, tapos you're out to prove na mas magaling ka kay starter, edi pag binangko kita, bad vibes ka sa bench. Nag-hope ka na magkalat si starter para mapasok ka. Pero kung maganda attitude mo, na alam mo na bench guy ka lang, hindi ka na lumalaban, pag nagkalat si starter, ikaw pa yung unang, uy bro, let's go man, pick up, you gotta pick up. Pero kung nagko-compete ka dun sa spot na yun, manggugulo ka lang. This might be my most controversial video. I know that a lot of you will disagree. I know some will agree. I know some of you will currently kumbaga naiintindihan niyo yung sinasabi ko. Yung iba nabobobohan sa akin or something, but this is a long video, man, and I gotta wrap this up quick. Yeah, man, that's just how it is. I think that's how it is. All right, so I've tackled a couple of factors as to why your favorite player is not in the league. If y'all agree with me, cool. If y'all don't, baka hindi ko lang na-explain ng maayos or baka I'm just not making any sense to you guys, but that's just my take, man. And I know a lot of players na talagang pwede mag-PBA, pero stop comparing them to the last guy on the bench because baka naman yung game nung sinasabi ninyong dapat nasa PBA pang superstar, tapos compare nyo sila dun sa superstars. Yung role players, compare nyo sa role players. Si Anton Asistio, pag umakyat ng PBA, you don't compare him to a Marshall Lassiter. You don't compare him to a bench guy. You compare him to a role player. Who's a more role player? Von Pesumal. You compare Anton with Von. Kasi pareho sila ng kaya. Okay? So, straight up, man, stop asking me to go to the PBA because I am not better than any starting point guard in the league. I'm not. If you want me to go to the PBA and take someone's spot and sit on the bench, I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that shit. So that's just as simple as that. Kib Montalvo, role player, defense. So when Gian Mamuyak goes up to the PBA, you don't compare Gian Mamuyak to Matthew Wright. No, you compare him to a Kib Montalvo. So who will get that spot? That role player spot na pag pinasok ka, dedepensa ka. Okay, so I hope I'm making sense, man. That's just what I'm saying, man. Because trust me, a lot of guys like me who aren't in the PBA get a lot of these questions, and there's really no explanation to it. That's just life. That's just life. So, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Hopefully, ang haba nito. My bad, bro. So yung mga banyo boys ngayon na nakaupo, pwede na kayo tumayo. Alam ko patay na yung legs ninyo. But hey, this is just me spitting out thoughts, not facts. Okay, these are just my opinions. So I'm not talking on behalf of anyone. This is just me, Mikey Reyes. All right, so Y'all have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love. My name is Mike Reyes, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.